What's going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here, and today we're going to talk about the new zombies leaks that have just came from Treyarch themselves. A brand new zombies teaser. Treyarch tweeted a period today, and that means that Gorod Krovi Remastered is coming to Black Ops Cold War. Okay, that was stupid. I'm sorry about that. That wasn't funny. He just really annoys me. Let's get into the video. Let's go over all the information we have about this game. And not everything, but the important pieces that cross over between all modes and more or less define this next iteration of Call of Duty, at least in my mind. I'm trying to look at this next COD in this day and age like more of an expansion pack or a major DLC add-on, which kind of curtails my disappointment if things are not going well. And I'm gonna have to say what is fundamentally here with Black Ops Cold War. I enjoy it. I like it. It's not the greatest, but I think it's fun. So what do I like? And more importantly, what do I think is important? I can't believe I actually wrote that sentence. I am a Anyway, the topics I want to discuss here are the movement systems, gunplay, aesthetics, and overall gameplay systems. So let's get into our first topic, shall we? I really enjoy the way Black Ops Cold War feels in my hands. It just feels fast and tight and wet and slippery. That's the wrong notes. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, here we are. Oh my god, that was so funny! I do actually believe the movement system here feels really good. I enjoy how you can slide all over the map, and even the slide speeds you up, and I want the movement in this game to be fast. One of the best features of Black Ops 3 was how you can slide everywhere, and the movement was really, really fast. I understand that this is a problem for some multiplayer fans and perhaps Battle Royale fans, but I don't think it's a deal breaker for them having fast movement speed. When it came to the last two COD games, BO4 and Modern Warfare 2019, the movement systems were chunky, in my opinion. Not clunky, chunky. And to me, that means they were kind of slow and girthy and meaty, and you could like feel the ground in your slide, and slides weren't very fast, and reloading takes longer, and moving your character around feels heavy, and I don't like that. I understand that people do like that. I prefer speed. I personally wish you could chain your slides around in BOCW more, because this would mean that the movement system would be more similar to BO3, which I think would be great, but it's okay that we can't really do it as much. I understand that things change and it can't be the same forever. And all of this is strictly speaking from a zombie's perspective. I don't think a lot of people realize how integral the feeling of your character movement is in zombies gameplay, and zipping around the map and being free to do whatever you want with your movement style is very important. And when Treyarch implemented that ultimate freedom in Black Ops 3, it gave zombies fans a taste of what fluidity in our game mode feels like, and they took that away in Black Ops 4, and they took that away in Modern Warfare 2019, and while I can't say for certain how it will translate in Black Ops Cold War, I think we are closer than further away, and I'm happy to settle at a medium level, so don't think I'm just hating on anything. I just telling you how I feel. All right, the next section is gunplay, and I really like the way guns feel in this game. It's not groundbreaking, but it is good, and I think COD usually does a pretty great job of capturing different styles between various games. This is definitely a subjective concept, as Modern Warfare 2019 had a very realistic approach to their guns and their animations, and this feels as if guns were blended between Black Ops 3 and Modern Warfare, because in Black Ops 3, none of the guns felt real. They all felt as if I was shooting these little futuristic pew pew weapons, and since I've never been to the future, I don't know if that was accurate at all. Modern Warfare, on the other hand, was very heavy and had this articulated feeling with their guns, and it shows in Cold War a little bit. However, there is still an element of silliness, like, oh yeah, this is a video game, duh. And I believe the reason Treyarch kind of has this more cartoony approach with all of their methodology in their games is because of the zombies mode. And since zombies is like a fantasy mode, it's important that Treyarch kind of keeps one foot out the door regarding being grounded in realism. And this way they can experiment with different feature sets, allowing the various game modes to blend yet also be unique. Now we're moving on to aesthetics. This is the area of the game that I think is totally great for multiplayer. A lot of people always say that Treyarch brings a lot of color to COD, and that's true. But I think our memory tends to like saturate the maps more than they really are. And what I think people really mean to say is we finally have maps that looked distinct from one another. And this is definitely true. We have maps that are derived with cool tones, maps that are more warm, and all this is great news. I approve. I prefer this approach, but everything so far has looked pretty generic. None of the maps have made my jaw drop in any way. In Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, a lot of the maps, they looked distinct, and I felt like they were a lot more interesting to play on. So far, these felt kind of like Modern Warfare maps that Treyarch kind of like took from them and put their spin on it. Obviously, we've only seen 2 images from zombie leaks showing us the backside of Nocturne and Toten, and there's just not a lot to infer from the things we have seen in multiplayer, and the leaks about how the zombies mode will look stylistically, they just don't give enough for us to totally dictate what things are going to look like. And even in the trailer, so much was hidden in the shadows that you couldn't really get a good look at things, and I do believe that Treyarch is misleading us with this whole horror vibe, but one can't help to think that this looks like World War II zombies when contemplating on the info that we have so far. But hopefully the reveal doesn't disappoint and everything looks good. Gameplay systems. All right. To the fun part. Actually, I kind of think all these things are important, so sorry for making one more special. Black Ops 4 was a weird year for zombies because they revamped so many of the core systems, and regardless of why Treyarch did change the gameplay systems, they did it. People were upset, and it seems that BOCW will have Juggernog back along with the original perk system that we have used for the last decade prior to BO4. But changing the perk system was not really what bothered me in the first place. It was taking major features and turning them into customizable, preloaded features that allowed every map to play very similarly. And no reason to use anything else if you can always use the best stuff on every map. This was not just with perks, but with specialists, starting weapons, and even grenades. I hope they tone the system back somewhere in between BO3 and BO4, along with whatever new innovations they try to push forward. I believe that this would help separate maps into more unique and individual experiences rather than having every approach be essentially the same when loading out. Judging on what we have seen played in Cold War so far, it's too soon to tell. But one thing is for certain, I believe that there will be timed gameplay mechanics in zombies again. The leaked images that we have seen show the field upgrades. That's the L1 plus R1 mechanic image. And while this could be for specialists, I'm certain it is. We don't know if this is going to be a cooldown feature, a timer feature, or a kills feature in order to gain the ability to use your specialist or whatever field upgrade might potentially be there. But we do know that there is a cooldown / timer feature on the score streak system in multiplayer, which prevents players from being able to constantly rerun score streaks if they are god tier level at the game, which is kind of stupid. Again, I am not 100% certain how this will be implemented into zombies, but I am of the belief that if the ideas they create are executed properly and it makes the gameplay more fun, it enhances the gameplay, if you will, then they can have whatever system they want. I'm not dogging the time systems. I just didn't think they were great in Black Ops 4. As it stands, I still feel I don't have enough information to make a solid judgment about the game, but based on the info we have, I'm enjoying myself. I am enjoying the experience Treyarch is creating. The streams were very fun. We were all having a good time, but there's nothing blowing me away in this game so far. It all feels generic and it feels like a COD game. I bet you that this year will be decent for all modes, but it won't be groundbreaking or push boundaries in any way. Regarding zombies as a whole, I think Treyarch needs to put gameplay first and make sure everything feels tight, fast, wet, and slip. God damn it, those are the wrong notes again.
Shut up, bitch!
Treyarch needs to make sure that things feel great regarding movement, gunplay, and that nothing restricts the player. They also need to have selling points for each map, giving us reasons to come back to each map. Unfortunately, all of these elements and gameplay systems are immensely challenging to balance on their own without Activision's heavy-handed monetization, battle passes, and loot boxes, so who knows what we're going to see regarding consumables, but I hope it's not the way of elixirs. Either way, I am curious to know what you guys think. Do you think Treyarch is on the right track? Do they have their work cut out for them? Or is this the end of zombies and we are all doomed for eternity while being enslaved in hellfire? Let me know in the comment section. Stay skeptical, everybody. Peace out.